Give me a second. Let me turn the speaker off. I know. It's been a while. Happy New Year. It's 2026. A whole new year. Wow. I mean, this new year has been like 2025 was up and down, sad, you know, just a long year. But we're here in 2026, and I'm, grateful to be here speaking to the Bravehearts, even though, let me see, let me put this down so I can sound a little bit better. Even though I don't, frequent or come on as often, I don't forget about you guys. Even if I have one person, two people, three, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to come and at least try to show my respect and appreciation for my subscribers, most importantly, my supporters. But I wanted to try something different, go in a different direction. Not a different direction, but just at least practice on this side of town, YouTube, with things I want to talk about. But it's been a while. It's like I hope everyone had a happy holiday, and even if you don't celebrate the holidays, I just hope that 2026 for many can be a different outlook. It takes time. I'm just happy to be here this morning with my beautiful listeners that I have always grown to at least appreciate, if not more than ever. Because I be on TikTok. TikTok is like so. I don't know about TikTok. TikTok is kind of hard, and it's kind of like whack. Like TikTok was the last place I ever thought I would at least try to build a platform, but no, TikTok. I'm on TikTok. Bronx Girl Fly. I do different characters. I go live over there. Sometimes I show my face, sometimes I don't. But YouTube, I just, I'm not I'm not picture perfect. Sorry, so I won't be showing my face anytime soon. But if you probably catch me on TikTok live, I show my face over there. I do outfit of the day. You probably see me over there more often. But YouTube is my first baby, and I appreciate it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about different things. Like, let's jump in. I just wanted to rant and rave with all the beautiful people that's listening. I have been checking in. I'm not going to lie to my supporters. Like, I have completely, took myself out of this sector. I'm still subscribed to people. I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know what is going on with anyone or how to even like start any trouble. But if any trouble gets started in this live, if anyone wanna express their views and thoughts on anyone on this platform in this sector that we came to grow with each other. That's how we know each other, is from this sector. But I'm just talking about different shit. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I used to like tap in and see what's going on, but I don't do that no more. Hello. Hi. I don't do that anymore. So, I mean, not that I don't do it anymore. I mean, I take a look, I take a peek. So I wouldn't even know how to start trouble or even begin a conversation on what's going on in this sector because I haven't been like really paying attention like I used to. But anyone come by, listen, and want to share their thoughts and opinions, or just want to have a place to drop their, how you say it, concerns or their opinions about any other content creator, this is the place to do it. But we do it like respectfully. But in the meantime, I let me see. I put the title Clarrisa Sheilds. Let me start writing as I talk. Because I have to write as I talk so we'll have a clear understanding of what's going on. So I don't follow Clarissa Shields, but I know of her. I know she's a boxer. I know she's a young boxer. I know that, um, they say she is the greatest, or she is great at what she do as a boxer. But, aside from her being a great boxer and a young black woman, and I highlight young black women for many reasons, is because, like, Every time I turn around, someone is dragging this woman name through the dirt. Like Clarrisa Shields. How old is she? I don't even think Clarrisa Shields is even 30 years old yet. But we all know that, okay, and we're just not going to sugarcoat anything. We know that she's a boxer. We know that she's dating Papoose girlfriend. We know that Papoose and Remy Ma was together for a long time, but Papoose and Remy Ma decided to split up, and they are both, split, going their separate ways. I have to indicate that Papoose started dating Clarrisa Shields, which threw me by for a surprise because I was like, "What?" I have did another live where I said that Papoose is 40 years old. This man is damn near about to be 50 years old dating Clarrisa Shields. I have a problem with him more than I have with her. I don't have a problem with Clarrisa Shields because in my book, Clarrisa Shields can't do anything wrong. Like, I like Clarrisa Shields a lot for the simple fact that, and I like her a lot because I feel like she's fighting this battle by herself every day. Aside from her dating Papoose, I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with him more than her. In my book, she can't do anything wrong. I also have a problem with, or not a problem with, I just don't like the fact that there are women my age and her age too that just bully her every single day. You know what I mean? Like every single day, you hearing or seeing someone bullying uh, Clarrisa. Now, I'll say what I say about Clarrisa and um, Clarrisa and Pap and Remy. So everyone's saying, "Oh, she's still married to a married man, and she's dating a married man." He's still married to Remy. They haven't divorced yet, but they have separated. Uh, People can't seem to get past the fact that Clarrisa Shields is not married to Pap, and Pap is not married to Clarrisa Shields. Yes, he's still married to Remy, but people seem to think that Pap cannot move on or Remy cannot move on, right? So now everyone is always bringing up, oh, Clarrisa Shields, Pap is still married to Remy. He's not gonna marry you. He still want Remy, which are all lies. The problem I have with Pap is the age difference, the experience, the knowledge. I mean, that's where my criticisms come in at of Papoose because I feel like I do feel like he do love her and care about her. I don't think he's in love with Clarrisa Shields. I don't even think he was in love with Remy. Like, tell me one man that's like madly in love with a woman. Yeah, okay. But as far as Clarrisa Shields and Papoose, yeah, I think he is more of the mature one, the knowledgeable one, the one that can teach and she wants to learn. She's following in his footsteps, she's following his lead. And that's another thing. A lot of you women get up here and berate Clarrisa Shields for no apparent reasons. Y'all even take it so far as dissing her about little stupid nitpicking shit, right? The thing with and I don't even want to talk about Remy or Papoose because they're done with and like they were boring together as a couple. I didn't like them as a couple. Not that I had anything personal. It's just like they wasn't like exciting to me. Couples are not exciting to me at all. Okay, I'm not even trying to be funny, but I just want everyone to just get an idea of how I view couples. Like other couples are not my goals at all. Like Pap and Remy, okay, they were together, they were married. That's nice, that's decent. But for me to like say, "Oh my goodness, Pap loved Remy," I wouldn't know. I know that he was supported her while she was incarcerated. She came home, they got married. Now, um, they're divorced. Now they moved on, right? He moved on with Clarrisa. Now Clarrisa is successful, just like Remy was successful when he started dating Remy, and now he's dating Clarrisa Shields because she is successful, she is young, and she's willing to learn and let her man lead. And that comes with a lot of backlash and a lot of insults towards Clarrisa Shields, even though Pap I'm pretty sure he can't protect her and make her feel safe and make her feel loved. He can't protect her from the world. And this is where the world come in at against Clarissa Shields. Every single day, Clarissa Shields hold up a mirror. She holds up a mirror towards these older women and the woman that's going after her every single day. She is no different from a woman that is submissive, right? So Clarissa Shields has presented to women, even if you don't like her cooking, she's cooking for her man. Even if you don't like her attentiveness, she's being attentive towards her man. Even if you don't like her being supportive, she's being supportive towards her man. Even if whatever you don't like about her is because she's showing you what it is up close and personal to be a submissive woman that let her man lead. That's all it is, right? She's following in Papoose lead. I mean, footsteps. She's letting him lead. He know what he's doing. He's an older man, a damn near 50-year-old man with much experience, right? So he found someone that's willing to learn, that's willing to listen. Even though I'm not gonna say it's right or wrong, because I don't think he's putting her in any harm's way. I don't think that he, you know, is using her in any way. He's just being appreciated. He feels appreciated by Clarissa Shields, right? And a lot of women, they are like noticing that. They just don't know how to identify it. What the problem with the women that's going after Clarissa Shields for no apparent reason, because I don't find her ugly at all. She has never been ugly, right? I don't find her crazy at all. I don't find her stupid at all. I don't find her like on the spectrum at all. She's a very intelligent girl because I've heard her speak. I heard her express how she feel, identifying, just expressing certain things about herself that many women can't, or being vulnerable to the world. Like when I hear women like on TikTok, they make a lot of videos like mimicking her cooking for Pap, or mimicking her saying that Pap didn't buy, and like y'all just go after stupid shit. Like she make a purchase because she can afford it and she's happy that she's earned it and she's sharing it with the world, because a lot of women, and it's mostly women jumping down her throat, older black women make jumping down Clarissa throat every so often, every single day. Any little thing she do, she post a pic going to LV, that wasn't good enough. She's happy, right? She's young. She can do whatever she want to do. She have the money to do it. Um, Another thing is, okay, Pat bought her some LV for, what is it called? Oh yeah, he bought her Louis Vuitton. The women were saying, "Oh, you think we didn't just see you go into the Louis Vuitton store and purchasing your own or gifts or items or whatever?" Like everything she do, they scrutinize it, they ridicule her, they chastise her. Every little thing she do, and that shit is not even attractive. I'm not jumping on board on that shit right there, right? Yeah, of course she talks shit, right? But she's funny. I don't think she mean any harm when she say anything out of her mouth, right? She's just a young girl, like in this world, trying to figure out why are there people that hate her so much for no apparent reason. Oh, and another thing about, I wanted to lay it down, go down the line about her and Pap. He they saying that, she was on a Breakfast Club with Papoose and um the Breakfast Club. I forgot the name of it. The 105, whatever. Yeah, but she was on a Breakfast Club and they were interrogating her about another woman. Okay, Papoose came to her defense, which he usually do, which I respect him for that, even though he's older than. Excuse me, even though he's older than Clarissa, he needs to let her enjoy her youth with a younger man. Not need to let her, but it would be a little bit thoughtful of him to consider that she's still young and that she deserves a a guy her age, probably with Papoose wisdom. You know what I mean? But they were on a Breakfast Club. Clarissa, I didn't see the full interview. I only seen clips. Clarissa and Papoose, the host DJ Envy sitting there interrogating Clarissa about Remy. So she did what any real woman would do. When I say real woman, I just mean term of endearment. We all know women are humans and that we exist and that we matter. she had to find herself defending herself against something that's so irrelevant, pushing back, let him know, like, listen, Remy moved on. We here, she's there. Like, she had to defend herself, and people were taking it, twisting it around, trying to make it look like she was what, insecure. No, she's not insecure. Like, it's an insult. That's the word. That's the word you should be looking for. Insult. To interrogate her about another woman that she has nothing to deal with, to do with. Pap, in that interview, he referred to Clarrisa Shields as his best friend, which I feel like that is a great way to describe their relationship. Right? That's my best friend. When have he ever called Remy his best friend? Or did he call her his wife? See, what a lot of women don't know and what a lot of men fail to realize is building a friendship, establish a foundation for a more healthier relationship. That wasn't good enough for the people of the world when he referred to her as his best friend. Like, if you are in a relationship with a man and he can't at least, hey Lasagna, how you doing? I got my phone turned down so I didn't see you come in. Thank you for coming in. Um, like, nowadays you have to at least have a best friend, like, to get into and build a relationship with someone, man or woman, right? This is what, like, if anything, my criticisms of Pap, of course, he's an older man, he need money, he like women that make money, that's obvious. He's not that type of man that think a woman is supposed to feel a damsel in distress, even though Clarrisa Shields become a damsel in distress behind closed doors, because I just see how she served him. I see how she's attentive to him. I see how she look at him, which is okay. She should do that. If he make her feel that way, then he's putting her in the right path, on the right path. You know, like, she feels safe with him. She feel like she can be open and vulnerable with him. This is why Pap, like, and then women, y'all had a problem with Pap who's referring to Clarrisa Shields as his best friend. What is wrong with that? See, a lot of women, they want instant gratification. They want something overnight. They want something, a fairy tale. And when your fairy tales are burst and the fantasy is like, gone, now what do you have left? So when they were both in the interview, they both were taken up for one another. They both were on the same page. Like, of course, Clarrisa felt like she was backed into a corner from a bunch of grown ass men. Right? Now, she should be by Pap's side and Pap should be by her side. My criticisms of Papoose is that you are an older man and you are depriving her in many ways from enjoying her youth with someone that can offer the same thing as you. Right? I don't know what Pap did to her or what he may have said to her for her to at least, like, be interested in him, because she's young, she got money, she can at least explore. I don't know what he may have said to her to convince her to be with him, but that's between them. But I do think his behavior in many ways are predatory, because he know that, she's young, she got money, she probably feel all alone in the world and lonely, even though she got family and friends around her and have money in her pocket. And he probably look at her and be like, oh, well, I don't think Clarissa's ugly. I don't think she's the most beautiful woman in the world, but she's attractive. She's a nice looking girl. And he know that she probably have some insecurities about her looks. He came in, swooped in at the right time to help build up her confidence. Okay, yeah, right? And at the same time, he's her manager, right? I don't believe in that. That should just tell you that, Pap like women with money. He's their manager, and now they have to pay him a portion of their earnings. No. And another thing, excuse me, with Clarrisa is, she really tries to show women how she take care of her man, and y'all women have a problem with that. Like, a lot of women be like, they want their man to lead, they want their man to lead, yes, that's the word, lead. They want, oh, no, that's the favorite. Oh, I want my man to lead. I want to follow in his lead, right? So in order for your man to lead, that means you have to be submissive. And Clarrisa is a submissive woman to her man that leads. And a lot of women have a problem with that. See, because it becomes where you become hypocrites, right? Clarrisa Shields is holding up a mirror to all these women that have so many problems with she do, little by little, her cooking, the way the last cooking, I mean, the last dinner she made, what I saw on TikTok, she served Pap. She asked him to rate it. He rated it. She was a little nervous, I guess. Not a little nervous, but she said what was the rating from 1 to 10, and he tasted each and every little thing. People had a problem with the way she fixed his plate. Like every woman don't want to serve their man slop. Like every man don't want slop and shit. He had a nice size plate that was decent, that was presentable. He tasted it. He said it tastes good. So of course her cooking is good. Like y'all take so much away from this woman so many times, and you don't even stop to think. Like, of course she can cook. She said her grandmother taught her to cook and clean, right? Even though she went through ups and downs in her life. So why wouldn't she know how to cook, and why wouldn't Pap like her cooking? They've been together for a long time. Well, not a long time. I'm lying. I said a year. Maybe a year is a long time, but they've been together for a while. Right? So why wouldn't he like her cooking? Why wouldn't he be already used to her cooking? And she put on the show for the world because she feel like she have to answer people questions indirectly. He was supportive of her. I gave him that much. I think I give him points and credit for coming forward, supporting his girl, like having his girl back, especially when she cooked his food and she asked him to rate it and he said 11. He did what a man is supposed to do, stand by his woman, right? What he was supposed to sit there and say, oh, this plate looks like a struggle, oh, this meal is a 1. No. You know what I mean? Like y'all just y'all go at her neck for any reason. Like oh yeah, another fucking. I'm just getting a little upset because I just don't like the way that she has to look so sad and so like scared when she come live or when she come speak to her audience. Got those hateful people in her comments in her live saying just dumb shit. I'm not saying she's a saint, but I don't think she could do any wrong. She haven't did anything like I would like have a problem with her, right? She just doesn't do anything. Like I'm not. Oh my goodness, Clarrisa Shields did that. Like I like when she talks shit, especially when it comes time to her, about to get into a match with someone. And another thing I was about to say, oh yeah, to the women that be in her comments and just making videos about her every little thing. And when I say they do and they talk shit about every little thing she do, they do. She had her hair out and someone said to her because they were trying to be funny, straight funny, said, oh, I like your wig. She's like, this is not a wig, this is my real hair. 10 videos follow behind that saying, oh, Clarrisa, we know that's not your real hair, we know that's a wig. How do you know that? You know what I mean? She can't do shit without being like people watching her. I just don't like the fact that people have this hate trick towards this young girl like this, and they so bold with it. They don't even try to hide the fact that they don't like her. Um, Another thing is like, she, as far as her and Pap, I hope they don't get married. But if they are together for a while, I hope they do get married. I just hope Clarrisa can find someone because like that age gap is too big, right? She's just now coming into her own and becoming her own woman and learning who she is. I don't even think Clarrisa is 30 years old. So Pap is at least taking something away from her youth. But at the same time, I feel like he should be preparing her and making sure that if she goes into the next relationship with the next man, just in case her and Pap don't work out, that she won't be heartbroken. A lot of people are saying that she will be heartbroken. I don't think Papoose will leave her heartbroken. I don't think he would do that. He shouldn't do that because that just goes to show that he proved that men ain't shit, right? And she don't deserve that. Um, I, and as far as her and Pap, I just don't think like he would want to marry her, or I don't think she want to marry him even. Not at the moment. I'm pretty sure behind closed doors, Clarrisa Shields appreciate him and is very grateful to him and make him feel like a man, and she's giving him something that was missing with him and any other woman. Just the admiration alone. And that's what makes me know that Pap is very good at what he do. Um, Leave Clarissa Shields alone. Like, let her live. Let her be who she is. I mean, of course, people are not going to leave her alone, but y'all just be antagonizing her and scrutinizing her and just nipping at her for the littlest, stupidest, smallest things. Like, that's the shit that bothered me. Like, she's not ugly at all. Like, she's in great shape. Um, I seen her on a couple of lives before where she was being really sweet. The people would say, "You mad sweet, you mad sweet," and she said, "Yeah, I am sweet. It's just that I have to defend myself half of the time, and I don't think she should have to do that. I wouldn't do it. Beyonce don't do it. A lot of people don't defend themselves and let people think what they want to think, and that's what I have to say about Clarissa Shields. I'll probably be back with little, if anything were to change, and I'm like, oh no, I don't like Clarissa Shields anymore, but I do like her as a young girl. That's when older black women need to stop. They need to learn from Clarissa Shields as far as Clarissa Shields holding up a mirror and say, "Oh, you say you want to be submissive to your man, but you don't know how it looks from the outside. This is exactly how it looks from the outside." Clarissa Shields is a submissive woman. Papoose, is the leader. Clarissa Shields is letting Papoose lead, and she's following his lead. So all the women that's coming to the forefront talking about, oh, she's dumb, she's gonna be heartbroken. No, were you heartbroken when you were submissive to your man? Or didn't you let your man lead? So why do you have a problem with Clarissa taking care of Papoose? Taking care of her man. Oh, the other thing before I go to the next topic, she was she was making I don't know how to think about this. She was cooking for Pap, and I guess her friend or family member asked him how she liked his his eggs, and Clarissa was quick to say, "I know how he liked his eggs. I cook for him all day, every day." And people were on the internet saying that, yeah, don't ask my man anything. I know I don't do shit like that. I like to let stuff play out. Of course, Clarissa was a little bit protective and possessive. That's okay. Like, she's young, she could do that. Like, if me and my homegirls is we cooking and one of them asks my man, how you like your eggs? Because the person that I don't have too many feelings about shit like that. I would sit back and listen just to see how they would interact. I wouldn't stop her and say, "Don't ask my man what he like. I know what he like." Like, I would want to see how he answer her, or if he answer her like he'd be like, "Oh, um, Bronx girl know what I like," or or him answering the question, like, "Oh, I like my eggs like this." But either way, I'm gonna be interested in how they interact. I wouldn't take my friend head off, but people were saying that, "Oh no, couldn't be me. Don't ask my man nothing." I'm not on it like that. I like a man that has his freedom and free to be who he is, because usually if I'm in a relationship with a man, he definitely has to have some type of charm and kindness about him with everyone. So it's not like, oh, he's only nice with me, but mean to everyone else. That's not the type of man I'm interested in. But that was funny when she was cooking the eggs. I don't even know. Like, she said she make oxtails and all this. I'm not that type of woman. Like, I give Clarissa Shields her flowers for being a submissive woman, right? That's just she deserved them. She's at an age where people be like, "Oh, a man is supposed to be older than a woman." Their dynamics is playing out in front of everyone. But Papoose, he of course, he has his predatory behavior on a younger girl like that. Like, he know what he's doing. I just hope that he's smart enough not to hurt her and let her down easy if it ever comes to that. But Clarissa Shields, she definitely will learn a lot from Papoose and learn how to be a better person, just not because of him, but through him. And that's how it should be. Now, let's move on, because I'm going to come back to Clarissa Shields. I like her a lot. Like, I like her. I don't think she could do any wrong, but I'm going to come back and admit, like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe Clarissa Shields did that. That's the only time I'm going to come back and talk bad about her, if she did something that I can't believe. But now, oh my goodness, did y'all hear about Stefan? All right, Stefan Diggs and Cardi B. We're not going to be here long on that topic. Um, Oh yeah, you know what? This is, I guess this is the episode of submissive woman, because Cardi B is a submissive woman, but she be submissive to like creepy men and shit, right? But she's the very example of me never ever wanting to be submissive to a man, and she's an example of me ever not ever letting a man lead like the whole entire way. Cardi B has positioned herself with her money to let people know that she come first. She's going really hard for Stephon Diggs for no reason at all. Like, her money has got her to the front of the line in many cases. These allegations that are being brought against him now, like, I'm pretty sure Cardi B's seen a lot of red flags when she started dating him and getting to know him, because his arrogance is not like hidden. He can't hide it. But as far as Cardi B, and that's another thing. Um, uh, I guess Clarrisa Shields is not a dumbass, submissive woman. She got people behind her like, nah, don't go that far. But Cardi B, she do what she want, right? She's a people pleaser. She has to make sure everyone like her, um, even though of course she is like a public figure. She still is a human being, right? I don't have anything bad to say about Cardi. Uh, hey, how are you? Welcome to the chat. I don't have anything bad to say about Cardi as far as her parenting and as far as her having another baby. It's not about the children. It's about Cardi B being that woman that go hard for her man. Cardi B has shown me, Clarissa Shields have shown me why I don't do the things I do or won't do the things I will do in a won't do in a relationship. Clarissa Shields being a submissive woman, she's a good woman. Cardi B is a submissive woman. She go a little bit too hard, ride or die a little bit too hard for me. I wouldn't do that. Cardi B don't have to go that hard, but she do go that hard just so she could be picked. Cardi B is just a perfect example of a pick me woman, right? Like, look at her in Offset, when she was married to Offset. She just had to marry Offset because she didn't want her child, or she didn't want to be called a baby mother. He had already had like 100 kids before he had children with Cardi B, and they got married, and then she had another 100 children with him. He hasn't had any more children since him and Cardi B separated, or he hasn't had any babies since him and Cardi B was together. Offset. So that's okay. But he still was cheating on her, and she still took him back every single time. I'm not taking you back after no public cheating. That would embarrass me. Not embarrass me, but that would like really show me that you betrayed me in the public. I have too much pride. But Cardi B is a submissive woman. She likes to take care of her man also, but she do it from an angle where women are like, no, she's a pick me. She's the type of woman that would in her friendships just so she could be with a man, right? She married Offset. He cheated publicly a couple of times. She wanted to divorce him in the public eye a couple of times, which, it took two, three, four probably times before they divorced, which is okay. But she had to be the first. She always want to be number one in a man's life, and they always turn around and shit on her. Now, fast forward to her and Stephon Diggs. When I heard him speak, I was like, hell no. He sound kind of dumb. Him and Offset are probably the same person, but Offset is a little bit smarter. Offset is intelligent. I have heard Offset speak, and especially when he's with the what is it called, the three me I don't know, the amigos, I don't know their name, but as far as Stephon Diggs, he looked creepy. Like Cardi B, like I don't know what she's trying to prove. That's not your man. I don't understand why you would ever want someone like Stephon Diggs to be your man. He's not appealing. He looked like a psychopath, especially when he's, I don't know, taking pictures. Uh, he had five, I don't know the exact amount, 5 or 4 newborns in 1 year. That's sad. And I definitely, but Cardi B would let men get away with murder before she let other women get away with the same shit, right? She'll tolerate this type of shit from men, but she would go hard and go up against a woman, like, even if they disrespected her, she's ready to fight. But Stephon Diggs, of course, he humiliated her and embarrassed her. But I'm not humiliated or embarrassed for her, right, at all, because she paid to be number one. Did y'all see her walking through the football field? Like, you just had a baby, Cardi B. You haven't sat down since you had a baby. Every time, like, of course, your recovery process is speedy, thank goodness. But the fact that you were out like a couple of weeks afterwards after having a baby partying, and then you had a, like, walking through the football field modeling Chanel clothes. You would, everywhere he goes, she goes. And that goes to show you that, listen, women are submissive, and this is how they look as a submissive woman. Like, you have to sit there, and if you want to pit women against one another, you take a look at Cardi B being a submissive woman and Clarrisa Sheilds being a submissive woman. Now decide what type of submissive woman do you want to be. Of course, there's different submissive women. I can't be a submissive woman, and by definition, sorry. I like my freedom. I can't be tamed, and it may not look like they are submissive women, Clarrisa Shields and Cardi B, but if you look at the actions and the traits, that's the traits and actions of a submissive woman. But Cardi B, she just fumbled the ball with Stephon Diggs, having all these babies with all these different women. Okay, it doesn't matter how much money he has, but me thinking with my mind that I think, and this is why I don't jump into relationships at all. I don't. I think Zachary Father. No, I'm not going to say I think Zachary Father was the realest relationship I had, and I was at the age of 34. I had other relationships, but that's when I had, like, you know, low self-esteem. And even in the case of being low self-esteem, that's when you become confident. That's when you start to see things as, no, yeah, he think because I have low self-esteem that I'm completely dumb and that I won't take up for myself. And when I say I had low self-esteem, meaning that I've met, dated guys that today I would never date, or consider, like, at all. But even in your time frame as having low self-esteem in your 20s, and that's when it hits you the most, right? You have a, like, a up and down, a flow of not high self-esteem, but low self-esteem, confidence, and it's crazy. But that's the time where I had it in my 20s, low self-esteem. But in that learning process, I knew what I didn't like, and knew what I would never tolerate, or knew what I would never accept, right? I don't like men like that, for me to be just jumping into relationships like that. Even though me and Zachary Father, we knew each other before we had a child, we wasn't, like, fully into a relationship. And me and him, I joke with him all the time and say, you didn't even make me your girlfriend until after I had Zachary for 2 years, but okay. But what I'm saying is, like, there are flags and there are signs and warnings that indicate, even the littlest signs of betrayal, to me is like a sign that, no, I don't want to go any further. But with Cardi B, because she don't think that she can be like, ridiculed or criticized, and she is all the time. She's in competition with other women, and she number one with Stephon Diggs. The fact that she knew that he was having, like, all these babies, and still had a baby with him, and still calling her his man, that's absolutely a submissive woman. But Stephon Diggs is a polyamorous, and I don't know if Cardi B is aware of that. She probably know now, like, all these babies back to back. Right now, presently, he's going through the courts because he attacked another woman, another what is it called, a chef, whatever. That's the story. Whether he was sleeping with her or not, the chef, he still didn't have the right to put his hands on her. Cardi B is right there, like, right behind him, supporting him. She support men in their horrible behavior, like, more than we know. Especially the fact that, I don't know. I don't want to speak too bad about Cardi. I mean, she's likable, really likable. But the fact that she could be dumb when it comes to men, and a little bit naive and gullible, right? Like Stephon Diggs, like how, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that he is a psychopath. You know what I mean? Hey, he is a psychopath, right? And a lot of women are scared to like admit that men are psychopaths. They don't because they think this is what masculinity look like. They think being a psychopath as a man is a masculine man. I'm not here to change anyone's opinion. I'm only trying to say, like, when it comes to Stephon Diggs and Cardi B, give Cardi B, she lifted herself. Oh, yeah, yeah. These two women, Cardi B and Clarrisa Shields, even though they are submissive women, but they are different submissive women, right? Which is okay. But that's not the type of submissive woman I would want to be. They both lifted themselves out of poverty. And this is what a lot of people can't understand or accept. They exceeded people's expectations. This is why I like Clarrisa Shields for her own personality, for my own reasons. I like Cardi B for my own reasons, but I'm not going hard for her, even though she's from the Bronx. She have said not so nice things about the Bronx, which turns me off about people that come from the Bronx, and when they make it, they have horrible things to say. I don't care if I make it out of the Bronx or become a multi-millionaire. I'm not talking bad about the Bronx, even though we have our ups and downs and share problems. Yes, it's the poorest borough, but you won't get that from me. Like, for me to sit there and complain about it. But as far as Cardi B and Stephon Diggs, I just think that's a dangerous relationship to enter into. Um, Cardi B has 4 children now. She has to go on tour. She did a last live blaming her supporters, telling her supporters to calm down, being passive aggressive, even though she's suffering in silence. I feel like Cardi B is suffering more in silence than Clarrisa Shields is. I feel like Clarrisa Shields is a little bit more open and honest and vulnerable to the public than Cardi B is. See, Cardi B hides behind her ego, just like a lot of women like myself. But I'm not going to suffer in silence, even though we all do to a degree. But Cardi B is a public figure. Like, she definitely has to be embarrassed and humiliated and hurt and heartbroken about each and everything she heard about Stephon Diggs. See, Offset is different. That was her husband, right? He's different. He's gonna do what he want when he want. Stephon Diggs is the same way. He's showing Cardi B that he's gonna do what he wants when he wants. See, Cardi B thinks she could change him, and she thinks she's so different. But what she don't realize, what a lot of women don't realize, is that women are never ever going to be special to men, right? Because if women were special to men, then men wouldn't be so impulsive to go out here and have 8 babies with 8 different women. That's fucking disgusting. I'm sorry. I don't care how much money Stephon Diggs have, or has. His money does not determine how many children he should have or could have, right? But as far as Stephon Diggs, ill. I heard him speak the way he think. I'm like, ill. Cardi B she really probably was trying to make Offset a little jealous, but that he wasn't the right one to do it. Ill. I guess I feel sorry for Cardi because she says she has to go on tour, she has to do this, she has to do that. She's really stressed out. She just had a newborn. She hasn't sat her ass down yet since she had her baby, following behind Stephon Diggs. I'm pretty sure she has her rest period with her babies. She's a good mom. But as far as following behind him, trying to get the attention and put on her and him, that's a no. I'm pretty sure the other women are at home laughing at her, like, look what she got to do. Look how far she got to go. You know, um, look what she got to do. Look how far she got to go just to maintain the attention of one man that's not even important. I'm sorry. I don't want to take away him being a human, but he's just not something appealing. And I don't know. Let me see. Okay, so before I'll come back with Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. I really don't find. I just feel bad for Cardi B in a way where she's a woman and she's looking for something that she's never going to find, and that's love. Because men don't offer love like that on a platter, right? Not most men, but there are men out there that offer their love on a platter, and those women that meet those type of men are very, it's rare to find a man that offer their true genuine love on a platter. And when women come to that realizations and acknowledge that men are not the way we want them to be, human or have human decency or treat us as such, we'll realize that jumping into relationships or letting men be men and not even showing a care or concern, it will help us out in the long run, right? And when I know people may like, what do you mean they don't like men are they are not built to, because men want to lead, right? So every time I feel like a man want to lead and he wants a submissive woman, I feel like he's weak. I feel like men that want submissive women are weak, and they want weak women, right? They don't want a woman to challenge them. They don't want a woman to question them. They want women like Cardi B and Clarissa, even though they are both successful, beautiful, intelligent, confident. Well, not confident, confidence in most areas and in their area of work. They want women to be like Cardi B and Clarissa so they could feel a little bit more stronger and powerful. Any man I feel personally, and this is just me, want a woman to be submissive is a weak man. Like if you ask any man, like if I meet a guy, he say, "Yo, Bronx girl, I need a woman that is submissive, and I need my woman to submit to me." I'm like, okay, why? Why do you need me to be submissive to you in order for you to, be a man, right? Any man that cheats, and this is the thing when I hear people say all men, maybe that is true, maybe that is not true, but any man that cheats is a weakness. A lot of men don't want to, admit to this fact that you are weak when you cheat, because there are rules and boundaries that's put in place in relationships. And a lot of women don't want to acknowledge that men are weak and that women are probably the much stronger sex by definition, emotionally. Like the only thing men probably have over us is strength, because they are men. They are much stronger and much more powerful than us in strength. But as far as emotions, mental, there are women out there that are complete savages. Let's say that. But what I'm saying is the men that prey on weak women. And when I say pray, like Cardi B coming to the forefront and saying, "Oh, excuse me, Stephon Diggs make her feel safe." I knew that was a lie. Like I knew she was contradicting herself. Like how can, and I'm not judging because I don't judge people. People could do whatever they want to do. Like, but when it comes to like judging whether that shit is right or wrong, no, it's wrong for uh, uh, Stephon Diggs to put his hand on a woman because she challenged him. Yeah, that's definitely wrong, and it's definitely wrong in a court of law. You know what I mean? But as far as men being weak, and a lot of women don't realize how weak men are by nature, and men would never admit that they are weak by nature. So they go look for a weak woman. And when I say a weak woman, I just feel like a weak woman is a woman that is submissive, right? Cardi B and Clarissa Shields have displayed that in different ways. Clarissa Shields is more of a woman that's willing to learn and let her man teach her and following his lead, right? Can you see the difference? Submissive comes with marriage, respect comes with dating. Um, Let me see. Submissive comes with marriage. Respect comes with dating. But you know what? Like, if I was to marry a man, I'm not taking a vow to be submissive to him. Because like, where's the balance? Like, where's like in a relationship? A relationship is supposed to be give and take. And see, especially with dating, I don't date. I don't date because I want to get into a relationship. Most women say that, oh, I'm dating to marry, right? I don't date to marry. And I think being submissive is someone above you and you giving in. Okay, so you know what? A lot of women don't know not the true definition of being a submissive woman, but I'll just tell you what I've learned about a woman being submissive. So usually when a woman says she's submissive, she's thinking she's doing something great. Maybe she is doing something great. Maybe that is rewarding for her. But what she don't know is when a woman choose and decides to and agree to become submissive is she is giving the man what he wants. You know what I mean? So, in order for this man to love you the way, and this is in marriage, if you're talking about biblical law, this is in marriage. In order for that man to love you, you have to be submissive. And this is why I wouldn't submit to a man, because in order for you to love me, I have to be submissive. Men don't want love, they want respect, right? So before women get married thinking being submissive is like law. It's not law. Like a lot of submissive women don't know that you will have to endure and accept as a submissive woman what your partner is your husband is doing. Let's just say by marriage, right? So he's there to lead, so you're not there to question. He's there to lead, so you're not there to challenge him. You you definitely have to be on mute as a submissive woman, right? Because how is it that you're a submissive woman and this man don't have any say so, or you challenging what he has to say? Many women that are submissive are they put themselves in a funk. They put themselves in a bind, right? Because they become someone that they're not. Like if you are a submissive woman and at home you all meek and mute and quiet and demure and whatever, that makes you so feminine and makes you so attractive because you're submissive. Like men find women that are submissive with feminine, right? So this is the tricks that they play on you. Like, oh, I like a feminine woman, meaning he want a weak and submissive woman. I like my woman traditional, meaning they want a weak. It's always resort back to being a weak woman. But in marriage, biblical law, being a submissive woman means that you have to endure and accept everything that your husband do to you, right? Everything but unalive you. You know what I mean? Like everything but unalive you as a woman. Oh, if he cheats, oh, that was you should forgive him. If he ignore you, you should give him space. If he doesn't talk to you, you should give him some room. If he doesn't like come home at night, you shouldn't question him. You should accept his answer. But him as a weak man, because he can't come forward and prove that he can be challenged, because men don't like to be challenged. This is why they want submissive women, right? Because I'm pretty sure you'll see the difference, like with Clarissa and Cardi B, two submissive women. None of them are married. That's the only, and I feel like, and that's another thing. Like if you vow to be a submissive woman, and if you're going to go by the biblical law because you decide to, and this is something you want to do, I only feel like you should be submissive to your husband. Submissive to your husband in the aspect of, because you're abiding by biblical law. But if you're just a girlfriend, and of course you're dating and have a commitment, no, it doesn't. It's not healthy for anyone. It doesn't make any sense to be submissive to a man. It doesn't make any sense. Like being submissive is like the downfall of women. It is. I'm sorry. Being submissive is the downfall of women. Like, in the fact where, like, look at where Cardi B is right now being a submissive woman. Like, she's accepting and tolerating all of this shit that Stefan Diggs is, like, that she's enduring all of this from him. Clarrisa Sheilds, she's still young. She's still protected. She still feels safe. She still have family and support. I don't think Papoose is a monster, but he has his predatory behavior and his calculated behavior at the same time, right? But it's a little bit more. I don't know. It's a little bit more open with Clarrisa Shields. He cares about her. He's not madly in love with her, but he love and care about her. They are best friends. Cardi B and Stefan Diggs don't have that. She became submissive really quick, too soon. And I hear a lot of women say, "Well, if we would be submissive, if well, no, we would be sweet and submissive if you didn't make it so crazy and mean? Why would you want to be submissive and sweet to a man that started off making you mean and crazy? That's dumb. That's backwards. I'm sorry, that's dumb. That's backwards. Being submissive to a woman, I mean, to a man that makes you mean and crazy. So, in order for you to be submissive and sweet to this man, he has he has to make you mean and crazy first, right? That's just crazy to me. I'm sorry, that's crazy. That doesn't make no sense. That's how you know being submissive is a myth. I'll say this before I end. Men have a way of making their presence known. They are much more stronger than women. They do have they strength do reside and tower over women physically, right? So that's like men have a way of, see, the macho man want a weak woman, a submissive woman, right? A macho man need a submissive woman. Call a man a macho man, like now they call themselves alpha males, and that's just bullshit. But the alpha male, he's just a macho man, like hiding behind his ego, looking for a woman that would make him look like he's a decent person or a man, and that weak woman don't know if she's going or coming. Depends on her background. But what I wanted to say about the submissive woman is, it's like when it comes to men and their dominance and their power and their presence, because men don't want love, they want respect, they want obedience. This is why they want a submissive woman. I'm not going to say weak. You gather your definitions of a submissive woman. I'm just saying I feel like a submissive woman is the ideal weak woman. So men, they want a woman that can't challenge them. But when it comes to that lie that women are naturally submissive, that's not true. When women become naturally submissive is when they can't defend themselves. Right? Say if you chilling with a guy and, he's big, strong, the woman is not big and the woman is not as strong, and the man decide because he want to put pressure on you and you reject him and he can't take rejection, but you as a woman don't want to like lose your life, or you don't want to be in a situation where you don't see your family and friends again. That's the only time women become naturally submissive, is when you don't have a choice. That's the only time. And women don't know that submissive means to give the man what he wants, right? So if a man want a submissive woman and he summons this woman for a good time, I'm just going to say a good time because I'm monetizing this. He summoned a woman for a good time, and that woman that he may think, because I feel like all men think women are submissive or they're supposed to be submissive, so that's when they become like, oh, she's masculine because you can't dominate me, or you got to be careful with these men that call women masculine, because that could backfire on you too, because he think you being masculine, that you was actually born with a penis, that he could challenge you and probably like hit you, right? But let's get back to the serious part. So when men use their dominance and power over you, and there's no way out, and put pressure on you, and try to make you give in through their techniques, that's when a woman becomes submissive. That's why when women say they are submissive or want to be submissive, you let your husband get away with a lot of breaking the law. And because it's marriage and you are submissive, it's supposed to be acceptable. It's not acceptable. That's why when women that's not married to a man, and they are and think of themselves as submissive, they put themselves in a box. Submissive women are trapped in a box. Let's just say that, right? They trap themselves in a box. The man that they would keep them there. So women only naturally become submissive when they are fighting, probably have to fight for their lives, or don't want to fight for their lives and just give in. Remember that when we talk about the word submissive and that definition. Every definition is different, but my overall definition of a submissive woman is a weak woman. And it's just as simple as that. Just like my overall definition of a man that cheat is a weak man. Men are weak by nature if you follow their patterns. This is why no woman should be wanting to jump into a relationship within no more than, well, less than 2 years. I'll say it like that. 3 years now in 2026. Every year it goes up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you want a relationship? I definitely want to get to know you for at least 3 years, the long way, slow and steady. But yeah, I'm going to listen. Thank you for listening. I'll be back soon talking. I don't know. Maybe the nights are better. I went on TikTok Live. Like TikTok Live is evil over there. I feel safe here on YouTube, but I'll probably try to come back with celeb topics that is a gateway to talking about relationships at night. I'm gonna pull it together. My brave hearts. I just want you to stay with me. Y'all been unsubscribing, subscribing. Please just stay with me. Please, 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 please. So you know how I end the show, and I say it with thank you for listening to my insight and my perspective, and thank you for my listener or my listener. I don't care how many is in here. I love that you listen. Take care. We'll see each other.